Well, welcome back to the Ropes Family Podcast. Today we've got a special podcast. We've got two of our favorite little girls in the room with us. They're going to be telling us about their experiences at girls' camp. So, girls, why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves? Who are you?
Hi, my name is Emerson, and my dad's named Josh, and he's doing this podcast.
Hello, my name's Allie, and my mom's name is Courtney, and she works.
Sometimes. Wow. Okay.
So much fun questions.
So much fun questions. So we were trying to figure out what to do with this podcast, and we thought today would be a fun day to interview as two girls that went to girls' camp, because girls' camp was this past week. And so Courtney, why don't you go ahead and kind of give us the rundown on girls' camp real quick before we ask them a bunch of questions.
All right. We left last Thursday morning early, and we got to camp. They got to ride in the van, right, girls?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We went and we got there. We unpacked. We moved into our cabin, made beds and everything, and then we had lunch and swimming, swim tests, all that fun stuff. And then we had worship that night. And then Friday, we did all the same things. And then Sunday morning, we got up early, did Bible class, and left, right?
Yes.
Do y'all remember the theme for girls' camp?
Always on God's mind.
Always on God's mind.
So this is your first experience with camp. How was it? What were you guys expecting when you got there? Did you have any idea?
Tell them what you were expecting. What were you expecting it to be like? You told.
I was expecting it to be like bigger and not less beds.
Less beds. What movie were you thinking it was going to be like?
Parent Trap.
The Parent Trap.
Oh, yeah. That's what I would think it was like. Was it like Parent Trap at all?
No, you have to talk.
No.
Yeah, they can't see your heads moving, yeah.
Not a video.
No.
What about Camp Rock? Was it like Camp Rock? We've seen that movie. Was it like Camp Rock, Emerson?
Yes, it was like Camp Rock.
How was it like Camp Rock? Was there singing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of singing. 200 girls were singing.
What was your favorite song that they sang?
Mountains high, valley low, I'm gonna sing wherever I go.
Wow, that was great.
That was a good song.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mountains high, valley low.
So we just asked you guys what the theme was. So what does the theme mean? What does that theme mean to you guys?
That means that God is like God's on your mind and you're on God's mind.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean, sweetheart?
It means that he's always thinking about you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
About the whole world. There's 1,000 people on the universe.
1,000 people in the universe.
More
good.
than 1,000. Hi.
Okay, so Courtney, what was kind of the overall theme that you kind of picked out?
Always on God's mind was that God is, he never forgets us, no matter what we're going through, what we're doing. He never leaves us. And he cares about us, and he cares about the little things in our lives as well as the big, huge events. Mm-hmm. And that's what I took from it.
Mm-hmm.
Big.
It's good. It's big. Yeah. So the next question, and I think you guys talked about these questions on the last day of camp. So where did you guys see Jesus at the camp?
Going to the crosses.
Yeah, you saw Jesus there. How did you see Jesus?
That he died for our sins.
Yeah, that's big, girl.
Hiking up the crosses. So we will be safe.
All safe.
Mm-hmm.
I also saw Jesus when we were headed up to the crosses. Our bigger girls were helping the little girls as well as the sponsors because, we're kind of clumsy and a little bit older. Not Allison, but anyway, we they would tell us, there's a cactus right here. Watch out, there's a rock. Oh, no, I just stumbled. They were great to lead us, and they showed so much teamwork. So I just saw Jesus shining through. Even the little girls, all of them.
Yeah, just encouragement. And I mean, I'm sure it's probably a pretty hike, right? You saw Jesus in like the...
One thing, I stepped on a cactus.
You stepped on a cactus?
Yeah, Emerson did step on a cactus.
We saw, do you remember what animals we saw?
We saw some...
A horny toad?
a horny toad. My dad brought one.
Yeah, we saw one on the hike too.
Birds.
A millipede.
And a grasshopper.
Yeah, no thank you.
Lots of grasshoppers. And my mom's afraid of them.
Oh, I'm glad we just said that on the podcast. Thanks, Alice.
Hey, so where did you guys show Jesus? How did you show Jesus during the camp?
Giving a girl her toy back because she dropped it.
Yeah. 11 people. That's good.
I know the sponsors were great at showing Jesus to the girls. The three that went with me were awesome. With the girls, there was a few tears, just randomly. And we got tired or hungry or whatever. And they would hold them and hug them and tell them it's okay. We would fix the problems. The three other sponsors were very patient women, and they were the hands and feet of Jesus all week. It was hot and humid, which I know it's not humid around here. It was very humid.
Yeah.
And there were how many mosquitoes? 7 zillion?
Yeah. Like they're affecting us.
You'll just be like...
But
and to my neck.
all the
my face.
sponsors, there was very little complaining about anything. We just went out, did it. It was a good time.
Sometimes I don't think sponsors realize how important, or churches realize how important sponsors are to make the dynamic of camp go well.
Right.
Like you could have bad sponsors and camp could be completely ruined, or you could have good sponsors that are ready to roll with the punches of camp.
I agree with that. And I think that if you have sponsors that aren't all in, or they don't feel like God called them to go to this camp, this one would have been a hard one. The mosquitoes were insane. And that was the worst part. I mean, Allison is covered. And
she has a giant one on her back of her leg.
yes, she does. But she didn't complain. She didn't go hide in the cabin. She kept doing stuff. And if she hadn't felt called to it, she could have very well fallen apart.
Yeah.
But no, I'm done.
Yeah, and it's cool that God gives them people strength to kind of endure the things of ministry.
Right.
And you guys just got back from Southeast Asia, like you guys you're ready. That if you survive that trip, you could survive anything.
It's
and
true.
So I think that was almost probably preparing you guys for girls' camp instead of the other way around.
That's probably right.
So is that where you saw? How did you show Jesus while you were there?
I think it was mostly in being with the girls and handling things with the girls. And a lot of them just know me as the children's minister at church. So I think I was able to show another side of myself where I can be fun and we can have a great time. And it was really good to do that with all those girls.
That's good. Yeah. And it's really fun to kind of exercise your minister muscles. It's good to kind of get out there and be able to do what you feel called to do, instead of all of the kind of the background stuff, that's necessary for ministry, but still like, it's fun to exercise your minister muscles, to be deep in it. And that's a fun part for, I think, you and I as ministers to be able to do this stuff. So girls, what was the best part of camp?
Learning how to swim with Kim.
With Kim?
Swimming in the lake and doing the green slide.
The green slide?
Y'all had a race on those slides?
Yeah.
Allie lost every time because she went down the slow slide.
Yeah,
Because
I went down
Emerson
it too.
had to go down the blue one.
Oh.
And then I got to be able to go on the yellow one because I learned how to swim.
Right.
I got stuck in the yellow one.
It was funny though.
I'm a girl named Emerson.
So did you guys learn the church clap?
Let me hit the church.
Church clap song?
Could we just do it right now?
Actually, did you guys learn another song? Did Kim teach you guys a song called Potato Chip?
Potato chip,
But Potato chip, potato chip, potato chip.
Like 'em crunchy, crunchy. I like 'em crunchy, crunchy. Once there was a
But
man
I love
with
Jesus.
Jesus, and I love my Jesus. A bunchy. Once there was a man. Once there was a man who walked like this.
So they're walking
like
old.
this.
Okay.
And then
He met my Jesus.
And then
He met my Jesus. Now
he walks like this.
Now they're dancing. That's good. That's a good one. I like that song.
we
Once
walked.
there was the girl.
And then it goes girl.
was a girl who was stone cold dead.
That was stone cold dead.
Then
And then she met my Jesus.
And then she met my Jesus. And
Now she's jumping on the bed.
That's a good one.
we would walk
I know
all
my
over
Jesus.
camp singing that just at the top of our lungs. It was nonstop.
Thank you very much.
I like it.
Miss Kim, I think Miss Kim, she did it.
So what do you guys think was the worst part of camp? Actually, let me ask you, what was the best part of camp first, Courtney?
The best part of camp for me was Stephanie McFadden, the speaker. She had a lot of amazing things to say, and she definitely got me to thinking about a lot of stuff, and she opened my eyes to a lot. And so I was very excited to go dive into some stuff. And I did a couple times during quiet time, and then I started more at home yesterday. So she got me to thinking, and I really enjoyed her.
It's good.
And it took 2 hours
2 hours to what?
to sing a whole song.
To say one sentence, it took like 1,000 years.
Wow.
Wow,
That was
that's a lot.
It's like 1,
That's a
3,
lot.
5.
Wow, good job skipping the numbers. Okay,
Well,
so
but
real quick.
my worst part was
Yeah,
going
what
on
was the
hike.
worst part? That was the worst part and the best part?
Well, going down the hike, it got me it got like scratches all over me and mosquito bites. So it was the worst part.
Hmm.
The
Going down.
mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes, what?
And when I got stuck in that yellow slide.
Those were the worst parts?
And when I went down the green slide and my skin peeled off.
But the mosquitoes are the worst part for me as well.
So, considering all of the best and worst parts of camp, would you guys go back again? Would you guys go back to camp again next year?
Yes.
100%.
Just I do.
It was fun, right?
Yes.
And you
Yes,
learned
I
a lot
do.
about a lot about Jesus and what Jesus thinks about you.
And then we're going on the hike again.
Going on the hike again. Yeah. It'll be a good time.
Then we will be older and we don't have to lift us up. Well, probably still, but we'll be older and reach stuff.
Yeah, and then next year there'll be first graders that you guys can kind of help with their first time at camp, right?
Yeah.
We asked the girls if there was anyone they wanted to invite to camp, and everybody had somebody. So we might have a lot more girls next year.
Yeah.
So that's your
Kimberly and
challenge.
Kenzie, I hope you come next time.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kimberly and Kenzie, please
Please come. And then you can be on the bunk bed.
Yeah, you can be on the top bunk. Me and Emerson can.
Yeah, and it was my first time in there. I didn't sleep on.
Yay!
What is one thing you wish you would have had at camp that you didn't take?
Hammocks.
Hammocks.
Yeah, we
And-
want to bring a hammock.
And we
Daddy,
want
buy me
a
one,
board.
and I will get one.
And we want so much things next time. So
Well, what I would like to, I already wanted to bring a hammock, but the last thing is perfume. I didn't have any.
Oh, yeah.
Perfume.
I want more perfume. So
She already has a butterfly set.
Yeah, she does.
Wow.
I think the mosquitoes were more attracted to the perfume. So
yeah.
we called a bug spray camp perfume.
Oh, yeah.
So every morning we'd say, get your camp perfume on, line them up and spray them.
I just
Line them up and
I think you-
spray my perfume, and then my mom sprays my mosquito spray, and then I smell.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
that-
we have the opposite problem when we take boys to youth camp is because they want to use all of their Axe body spray. And so it has the adverse effect of perfume. It makes it interesting to they're coming when they're coming. You can smell
yeah.
them. And I'm sure it's like that at boys camp too. But camp hygiene, that's good.
I don't know. The first time my boys went to camp, they didn't bathe. One of them wore the same short, but they put swim trunks on, didn't take them off till they got home.
It's efficient.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. It was not like that at girls' camp. Everyone bathed
That's good.
and changed clothes.
Okay. So this is the challenge for our listeners, okay? Challenge for our listeners. If you are a girls' camp age girl, I want you to invite a friend to come next year with you. And that's for you guys too. So I want you guys to think of a friend to invite for next year and make sure they come. Okay? Or invite them and then we'll have a spot for them. If you're a youth kid, bring a friend to camp, same thing. Okay, so I guess there was they had a missionary
From China.
And so they came and they shared their testimony. What was something cool that they said in their testimony?
Ding ding dong, ding ding dong, ding 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 dong.
Okay, so they taught them how to sing Jingle Bells in Chinese.
That was the highlight, yes.
Okay. Okay. What did they talk about, Courtney? Can you remember?
Yes, they talked about having their home church, and in China you can't just go out and say, hey, come to my church.
Yeah.
So they would use baking classes or Christmas parties, Easter parties, American culture parties. And these people would come over to their house, and then they would help them start to learn English with the Bible, and they would start, or they would share the word at Christmas or whatever party it was. And so people became Christians and became believers from hearing just, hey, I'm going to a party tonight. And they would go over there and start learning. It was cool.
That's really cool. So they have a tactic of just kind of meeting with people and inviting them to parties and just being the hands and feet of Jesus. Not necessarily like big events or big churches. It's more like, boots on the ground stuff. That's really cool.
Well, and one story the wife shared was that she's a runner, and every morning she'd go running on this canal, and she said there's so many people that sit there all day long, and she said she always smiles and waves because that's what we do in Texas. We smile at everyone. And so this lady stopped her on the way back by, and she said, I just want to tell you that you brightened my day, and I wasn't planning on living past today until you smiled and waved at me. And then I was like, there is hope in the world. And so she invited her over just to hang out that day. And then that lady became a believer, and they still stay in contact with her to this day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
Yeah, you never know kind of how God's working on people and what it takes to just be the seed planted or just to kind of help with that going. So and we can live like that here in the States.
Oh, yes.
Too. Sometimes a smile and a wave is all somebody needs, or just a word of encouragement is something that they need, or just somebody to listen, So there's lots of ways that we can be the hands and feet of Jesus. So we just need to be aware of that, right? And just be ready to be used.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So you didn't hear us? Yes.
Okay. Do you guys have anything else you want to add about Girls Camp?
Yeah.
What do you want to add?
So what I want to add was the worshiping was pretty fun.
I want to add Bible class. It was fun learning about Jesus.
Hey, what'd y'all make in Bible class?
Mirrors that says I am not
I'm
married.
fearfully.
Fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yes.
Yeah. And Allie said, I'm a cactus flower.
Yeah, she put that on there
I said,
too.
I'm wonderfully made.
Do you guys know what that means? What does it mean to be
It
made?
means that God made us perfectly.
And God made
Put
us
a
on
flower on
purpose,
the
not on
front.
accident.
That's
Exactly.
really good. Yeah. Great. Okay. So with all that, Courtney, do you have anything?
Nope.
Guys, it was so fun to have you guys on the podcast. I'm so glad you guys could come be on it. All right. That's all we got this week.
Yeah,
Thank
that's all
you.
we got.
Thank you, Allie and Emerson, for being on our podcast.
You're welcome.
It was so fun to hear what you guys did at Girls Camp. You guys are probably officially the youngest to be on the podcast.
Okay, I'll come to every single
hey,
day.
actually, real quick, before we close
What?
out, is it going to be you guys' birthday this week?
Yes.
How old are you guys going to be?
7.
7. So, Allie, yours is on Thursday?
Yeah,
And
So-
Emerson's on Friday.
Yeah, so the day this podcast comes out, everybody needs to text Allie and tell her happy birthday. And then on Friday, everybody text Emerson and tell her happy birthday.
And we have 4 more days at Emerson, then 3 more days for me.
Okay, awesome. We'll see you guys.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.
You're a monster. I'm
Thank you. It's the final countdown.
I'm beating somebody up.